This video clip will demonstrate how to mark more than one object in a single video. I've got this video with the dune buggy rolling across the screen, but then another battery operated car comes from behind, catches up, and passes it. So we want to mark both of these. So I'm going to notice that the video clip has 90 frames. I'm going to skip frames so that we can make this go a little bit shorter, as this is just a demonstration. But I'm marking every point every 4/30ths of a second instead of every 1/30th. So I go and I mark my dune buggy the way I normally would. Add point, and I'm just going to go inside that front wheel as they go all the way through, just like the other vehicle isn't even there. Now that I'm at the end of the movie, I want to go back to the beginning and mark the other vehicle. So I have to add a second point. So this button that says set active point, I'm going to add a point series. So this first point series is just X and Y. The one I'm adding will be called X2, Y2, and you can see in the data table that columns for X2, Y2 and the velocities of X2, Y2 have been added into the table. So as I click on the second object, the other columns in the table will be populated. So I don't have to click right away, but since I can barely see the front of that car, I'm going to go ahead and click that. So I'm going to click the front of the car in every frame. And notice it's putting red dots on the screen, whereas the first car I marked had blue dots. And we'll stop there. Now I need to scale this like before, so set scale, left click all the way down to right click. I'm going to call this centimeters instead of meters. And when I come back and look at my graph, it has everything on there at once. So I'm going to click on this left side, tell it more, and all I want right now are the X and X2 positions. So those are my two position graphs. If I want to insert another graph, I can make this one have, got to find it again, I can make this one have the velocities, y velocity 2 and y velocity 1. On these graphs, you will want to put a legend so you can tell them apart. So if I right click graph options, I'll call it position versus time. Make that solid, and I'm going to put a legend. And on my axes options, position in centimeters. So now I can see that my X is the red, X2 is in the green. So the slower car and then the faster car.